Hey friends, so I did not plan on making a video when I went out to the garden the other day, but I should have known better because I had my camera and I always start recording. So I have just a little update about what's been going on in my garden and what I've been up to. I actually have vegetables growing, which I'm really excited about, especially going to the grocery store today and again being flabbergasted by the prices. I know I shouldn't be at this point, but I am. Also, I think I have a video that I made a while back about garlic scapes, and I harvested those, gave a bunch to some neighbors and to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and saved some for myself, which I really want to get around to actually doing something with. I want to make garlic powder with them. Time will tell. Hopefully this weekend. I don't know. I've been so busy with stuff. Anyways, just a quick update. Also, it is Japanese beetle season, which I'm really disappointed with because they're ruining all of my plants and flowers and wreaking havoc on everything. So I've been paying them back by drowning them. So maybe a video coming soon about how to get rid of them as well. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. For a while, meaning myself really, I was trying to figure out what these things were that were growing in the garden, and my neighbor and I thought that we had figured it out, and we thought they were bunching onions. But I came out here last night, and I was actually out here with a neighbor, and I realized these are not onions, these are garlic. There's actually garlic scapes growing. Here's one of them. And so I did my research on garlic, since I've never grown garlic before, and there's a ton of it. It's all over my garden. And what you're supposed to do is cut the scapes so that all of the energy of the plant can go into growing the bulb of the garlic, not to growing the flower that grows on the scape. So I'm out here in the garden today, and I'm just going to cut the scapes off. It looks like some of them are not ready to be cut. Like this just happened this week. Some of them definitely look ready, and they look like they're going to produce a flower. It's noise in the background again, I'm sorry. So I'm just going to go through the garden and cut off the scapes, and from what I can tell online, it seems like these garlic scapes are a hot commodity because you can only get them once a year when the garlic first starts to grow, and you can cook with them and do a ton of things with them. Me and the neighbor actually ate some in the garden last night, and they were really like spicy, very strong. But you can cook with them, you can dry them out so you can have them for later. So I'm just going to go around now and start cutting them off. Like this is a huge one. I'm just going to turn you around here. Oops. I dropped scissors right near my toes. This plant here is huge. And this is the actual scape. And right in here is where the flower apparently grows. I don't know. I don't know much about garlic. Like I said, I know I like to eat it, but I don't know much about growing it. I did also learn that you harvest garlic in late June, early July, which definitely it's not ready yet. And I've been thinking this whole time they were onions, and I was like, oh wow, they're getting much bigger. I did slice into one of them the other day, and it definitely looked like garlic. It did not look like, I have a sneeze. I sneeze a lot. Bless me. I'm sorry. It definitely looked like little pieces of garlic. It did not look like an onion, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And so now it's good to finally figure out what it is. And I'm growing a ton of tomatoes this year, and like a tomato sauce with some garlic in it and some other herbs from my garden would be so good. So I'm just going to start cutting these scapes. Like I said, I've never used them before. Looked up where you should be cutting them and how to do it correctly, and I'm going to share them with my neighbor because she loves garlic too. Now I lost my remote. Oh, I left it over here. See ya. These are the ones I was able to harvest. They're not all ready yet. And I mean, they literally just appeared to have grown overnight. There's some really big ones. This is the one that came off of that huge one. And then this right here is where the flower starts to grow, I guess. I don't even know. Does it emerge from here? I have no idea. I don't know what it looks like or anything, but gonna share some with my brother-in-law and some with the neighbors. And then I'll have plenty more. There's a ton of it out there. Finally getting out in my garden today. It has exploded, literally, with the things that I've planted and also with weeds. It is unbelievable and disappointing. Not the vegetable part, but the weed part, definitely. And I keep saying I'm going to get back here, and I never do, and I really need to, because I know that the weeds are just overtaking my vegetables and stealing precious nutrients that they need to grow. So finally back here today. Also decided to pick a 90-degree day to do this, which is just lovely. I wanted to pick up this huge spider web. You can almost see it, but it's not. I guess you just have to see it in person. It's huge. It covers, it's right here. It covers a huge part of my garden, and I know that I'm going to walk in it and get my face all stuck in it today, so yay me. Anyways, here's a little update. Potatoes growing in that pot. Over here I have peppers and tomatoes. See, I just walked through it. I don't know if you can see. There you go. There's a pepper already on that plant, which I'm really excited about. I have a huge cucumber plant over here that's got a ton of flowers on it. All of my carrots that I never thinned out, so I don't know how their crop's going to be. I should thin them out, but I haven't. I have a watermelon plant over here. The stuff I started growing from seed, it never actually grew, and I just walked through this spider web again. I'm going to go around. I've got all the garlic that's growing, and my lettuce is doing well, but it's encroached by all of these weeds. And I have a huge summer squash plant that has a ton of flowers on it. It's going to be so good. I have another squash plant over here, and then my beans that I planted. I also planted a bunch of cucumbers over there, pickling cucumbers. And I have a ton of beans here. I know my broccoli was getting pretty big, but again, just covered in weeds. So that's my goal today. Ooh, I never got to some of these. I never got to some of the garlic scapes, and look at their growing flowers, which I did not know that they looked like that. It looks like little pieces of garlic. I'm gonna pick this. I picked a bunch, but it looks like I guess I missed some. I'm gonna have to get back here and pick them. Look, there's a bunch more out here that are just starting to flower, and I don't want that. I want all of the energy from the plant to go into growing the garlic. So I guess I have that to do today as well. So ton of stuff to do. 90-degree hot day, but there is a breeze, which is nice. So I'm just going to try to get out here and do as much as I can, even though I have stuff to do in my yard, which I'm hosting for the 4th of July, and I really wanted to have it all nice. Some people have never seen it that are coming, but I can't neglect this anymore. So here's to a successful, hopefully, day. Here's something interesting I just found on the back of my shed. There is a caterpillar hanging there, and it looks like it might be getting ready to build a cocoon. Hopefully he's still alive and he'll turn into a beautiful butterfly. So that caterpillar is definitely alive, because I poked it to check, and literally in like half an hour it just built its cocoon. I just was showing it to my daughter, and now it's in a cocoon. And I thought it was being attacked by a bug, but this part of it just fell off. Because I shouldn't mess with nature. I know, but I poked it again. Look at it. Oh my gosh. So I don't know what part of the caterpillar that was, but it literally just fell off. I thought there was a spider attacking it, but it must just be part of how it happens. And now it's in a little cocoon, and I cannot wait to see what kind of butterfly it's going to turn into. That was really freaking cool. I'm so glad I got to see that. Okay, when I tell you it is hot out today, I am not joking. It is so disgusting out, and I've just about had enough. So I did not get all the weeds, but I definitely got all the weeds that are growing near my plants. So they have some room to breathe and grow now, which is nice. I also built this cute little trellis for my cucumber plant, which this is just one piece here, and I was just trying to stand it up, but I was having a hard time because I couldn't dig down deep enough, and I tried to anchor it with some bamboo, but it wasn't working. So I just folded it over and buried both parts in the ground, and it's really cute. I did not thin out my carrots, but I did take all the weeds out of them. I cleaned over where my watermelon is, and cleaned all in front of the carrots, which I had planted some seeds there, but they did not grow. My pickling cucumbers and my summer squash are all clear. And then back there I have my broccoli and my lettuce. So it's better than it was. It's not perfect, but for today I've taken all I can because I just went and cleaned up a ton of bittersweet nightshade that my husband is highly allergic to. Hopefully I'm not. I used gloves and was careful, but I've never had poison ivy in my life, so I'm assuming maybe I'm just not allergic to it. I'm not sure. I don't know, because I'm sure I've come in contact with it. Anyway, I'm gonna go shower, and I hope that it rains today, because if it doesn't, I'm really gonna have to get back here and water some of this stuff because it's definitely thirsty. Anyways, thanks for coming for this short little update. I wasn't really planning on it, but whatever. It was fun. Oh, and I cleaned up the rest of the garlic scapes too because they were growing flowers. Okay, see you next time. Bye. P.S. One more thing. If you are a gardener of any type and you do not have this tool, I highly suggest you go get yourself one. This is what I weeded everything with today. You just pull it along the ground, and it has a little blade on it, and it pulls all the weeds out so easily. I love it. We've had it for a couple years. I don't know why I've never used it before. It literally was like a miracle. Okay, bye.